Hi everybody, Tex-Mex here. Thanks for joining me for another video. It's early morning here in the Texas Hill Country. As you can see, the grass is turning brown. We're in the midst of summer and the summer heat. So I'm having to get up really early and come up here. Well, I was out here before sunrise getting my stuff set up. But just to give me a couple of hours of shooting time before the heat gets unbearable. And today's video is actually a relatively simple one. I've done a previous video with the Colt Junior and the Baby Browning, and one thing I wanted to get for both of them was extra magazines. And as you can imagine, these are old model pistols, and getting the magazines are not easy. If you find them, they're relatively expensive. So I decided to order some Triple K magazines. And if you all are unaware, Triple K, that I think is mostly known for its holsters and leather products, also makes magazines for lots of really obscure firearms. So these are the first two pistol magazines I've ordered through them. I did order one rifle magazine already, which is for a Seiko 222 rifle that was given to me by a very close friend of mine, and I just wanted to have a spare magazine for it. I've taken it out and shot it just to kind of sight it in, and I'm going to do a video on that one later on. But I wanted to see the reliability of these magazines because I am interested in potentially buying a couple of other magazines through Triple K, assuming that these work well. So what I'm going to do is load up for both of these pistols the Triple K magazines. I'm going to fire a couple of different types of 25 auto through them. This Remington 50 grain and this box of Federal. It's a very old box of Federal. Well, I'm not sure exactly how old, but it looks relatively old. The price tag on here is $11.95 for a box of 50 25 auto. So let that show you exactly how old these rounds are. And this is actually a box that I got when I purchased this little Baby Browning. They had this extra box of 25 auto and they gave it to me. So I'm hoping they work. So we'll see. So let me go ahead and get everything set up. I'm just gonna, like I said, I'm gonna put in a magazine of each of these, fire them through these pistols, and let's see how reliable these Triple K magazines are. We're going to start with the Baby Browning. I think I should have brought a little oil because as I was loading this magazine, the follower did seem to be sticking a little bit, but that may just be because it's not oiled up. It seems to be sitting fine. It's a little bit of movement there. But let's see. Nope, doesn't want to. Okay, it fed. It was just a little sticky. And let's see how it does. Oh. Not good. Got one through. Let's try that again. Huh, okay. Seemed to work fine. It was just a little sticky with that first round. Let's try another set of ammo. I shot, that was the Federal red box. Let's try some of that Remington UMC and see how it does as well. And now I got the Remington UMC 25 auto in there. So once again, it seems to be sitting well. I've got 7 rounds in the magazine. Okay, it's loading fine. There we go, 7 rounds, no problem. So for the Colt Junior, the Triple K magazine seems to work fine. And now that old Federal ammo out of this Baby Browning. Let's see. Sits well. Loaded fine. I'm going to do this one one-handed. It's such a small pistol, it's easier for me to shoot it one-handed. 6 rounds. No issue. This little release here. Oh, there we go. So let me try some of the Remington through this one as well and see how it does. Now we're going to try the Triple K magazine with the Remington ammo in there inside our Baby Browning. Once again, it sits in there well. Loads fine. Oh, there we go. One failure to feed. Okay. Let me get these magazines out. Get these rounds out now. I'm going to load them back into the magazine and try that again. So now we have 5 rounds left in here. So it's seated right. It's loading fine. Yep. Not bad. Not bad. I mean, they're brand new magazines, so they seem to be working okay. Well, and that was fun. I really do enjoy shooting 25 auto. Before I go on, I just wanted to show this little holster that I got when I got the baby Browning. The individual used to carry it in this tiny little holster. I guess you can see on the clip here it's got some rust, so I assume he just had that resting against his body. The lining seems to be coming apart a little bit, but all in all, it's not in bad shape, and I just kind of like these old, cool little holsters. But so how did the Triple K magazines do? Or Triple K magazines do? They did okay. I will tell you, my complaints is it does seem like the springs are a little weak on these magazines. That may be something that's easy to fix, or it may just be that there's a little too much friction. One thing I did not do that I would probably recommend is oil them up on the inside a little bit before you shoot them, because it really was a bigger problem on the Colt Junior than on the baby Browning. But as I was loading them, the follower looked like it was getting caught up a little bit, and that may just be because it's brand new and maybe the finish against the follower is scraping a little bit. So that would be alleviated most likely by just getting a little bit of oil in there. Not much, but just a little bit, so that the follower can slide up and down easy. And now that I'm pushing it, well, you know, the springs don't seem terribly weak. Seems a little weaker on the baby Browning. But they worked. This one had one failure to feed, but you know, that could have been an ammo problem. The second time, the one full magazine it shot fine, and after I cleared that one failure, it worked fine as well. So they function. And would I use them for self-defense? You know, I would probably try to keep the original factory magazine in there if I was going to use it for self-defense, and maybe just have this Triple K magazine as the spare, the backup, or when I'm going out and shooting and practicing at the range, then having these Triple Ks, you know, helps just to have a separate magazine you can have loaded up, especially with these small pistols where you're only able to load 6 or 7 rounds at a time. So to have an extra magazine ready to go is helpful when you're trying to get some rounds down range. But anyway, so what's the final verdict? Yeah, I think they're working fine. Not as good as an original factory magazine, but certainly sufficient for taking to the range. They are functional, but like I said, on the baby Browning, the spring does seem slightly weak, and you do want to make sure that you lube them up a little bit ahead of time to make sure that that follower is going up and down the magazine well. So anyway, as always, another fun video. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you do have a very, very obscure firearm that you need an extra magazine for, go to the Triple K website. You will be surprised how many magazines that they have available there. I will tell you that the time or the turnaround time on them can be long. These I got relatively quickly. I got them within a few weeks of order. But that magazine I got for that Seiko 222, which is a more obscure firearm because it's an older model, it took a year. I'd almost forgotten I had ordered the damn thing, and then I finally got it. So I think they have the specs and probably manufacture to order on some of these magazines. And for some of the more popular ones, they probably have extras, which is why they can send them out faster. But anyway, I hope you all are doing well, staying safe, and I will see you in the next video.